Hello everyone. My name is Alex Lazaris, and I am so excited to be here today with y'all. We are doing Design Fix, and I am super thrilled to be here once again. In case you don't know what Design Fix is, Claudia and I have been going back to back every week on Thursdays at this time, or a little bit earlier, depending on the day. And we've been taking an hour out of our day to help you with your business, your side hustle. Maybe it's a client of yours, maybe you are the client. Whatever it is, maybe it's a side hustle, a nonprofit, business that you're trying to start up, whatever it is, we've been trying to help you out for an hour working with Illustrator, Express, and Photoshop, whatever you might be needing. I see a bunch of our friends, Barbara, Katrina, Cody, Umacorn, Gareth. What up, everybody? Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Hopefully you'll have fun weekend plans lined up. But anyways, without further ado, who am I? My name is Alex Lazaris, and I run a design studio named Lazaris. You can check out our work at weirdlazaris.com, or you can go to my Behance, behance.net/Alex Lazaris, and check out the work there. Today, we're going to be mostly working on Express. We are going to be doing a brand project for a brand called EventsHook, which is an event ticketing app. And that's pretty much all the information we got from the wonderful submission online. And so we're just going to run with that today. In case you're not familiar with what Express is a free tool for you to use for all your business needs. It's awesome. It does a lot of things that a lot of the Adobe tools and Creative Suite offer you, but in kind of a stripped down form and kind of all in one place. So that makes it really, really easy. If you're a designer or non-designer, it gives you a lot of flexibility, and you can share those files with your friends, family, colleagues, coworkers, whatever it is, and you can get work out the door really fast. I especially love it for designing like social assets, a lot of social media stuff in there, but it's free to use, it's free to play, so use it. And then it does get better with your Adobe Creative Cloud subscription as well. But just really quickly, high level, you can do some photo editing, video editing. You can also get 2 gigabytes of storage with it, and you can create it on your phone, iPad, or on your desktop through the web browser. So it's super exciting. If you're wondering where the chat that I'm going to be reading from today is going to be, it's at be.net/Adobe Live. So come on over, check it out, type in chat. We'll answer any of your questions you might be having. Without further ado, we'll jump into it. I like to typically structure my Express brand creative streams with like 30 minutes logo creation and then 30 minutes wrapping it up into like a social package. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So got about 27 minutes now to get a logo made. So feel free to throw all the ideas at me. The brand that we're going to be working with today is called EventsHook. So I'm going to just quickly start off by going to the top left of my browser, and you can see that there's a like kind of hot tray. I'm just going to click the plus button, start over there, and then I'm going to click the logo button. I don't think that this is going to give us a good foundation. We're going to do some custom work with Express, and then we'll probably tidy up the stream in like 15 minutes by going into Illustrator and doing some fine-tunement of what we got off of Express, and then we'll upload it and then get it all brought into the social. So it'd be great. All right, so we're gonna go in here and then type event. Let's see if there's any event logos to start. I don't think we're gonna get any solid event logos. So let's see if there's like a hook logo. Ticket. Let's see if there's any ticket logos. Oh, this is kind of fun. So right now what you're seeing in the top left of my screen is you've got these 2 options for this template based off of the prompt ticket. There's a crown here. This crown is telling you that you have that you need to have access with your Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. So if you see that, that's what it means. It's already part of the package. I'm just going to zoom out of that corner now. And, all right. So I like the ticket for this. I don't love, like, EventsHook is all one word and it's not capitalized. So I don't think it's going to work really well in terms of just doing a one-to-one. If you do build your logo in Express, you're absolutely able to use it as you type in whatever. So don't, I know we've had questions in the past. Can I use these logos if I'm using this type, whatever? You absolutely can. I I don't need a like rough drawn pigeon for any of this stuff actually. So what I can do here is just, let me see what this group is made out of. So I'm going to go in here at bottom right of your screen. You can see that there's kind of these layer panels that you might see. You go in here and you can see what's kind of happening in the background. You can see what's happening in the foreground. So this is a shape, and it looks like it's just a one-off shape. Okay, interesting. I'm going to probably just try to replace this shape with another ticket. Yeah, I'll go with something super simple to start. There we go. And then I'm going to rotate it onto its side. I'm probably going to find something that doesn't have the sharp edges on the side, but we'll just start really quickly. EventsHook. It looks like I'm typing in like EventsHook when it's all caps like that. All right, that's an option. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to make kind of a mess to start, and then we'll play with it from there. So normally if I'm designing a logo inside of Illustrator, I'm going to be doing everything all in like one gigantic open artboard, and I'm just riffing. I'm going to essentially create that exact same experience by working within Express. Or you can even duplicate the artboard. So what I can do here is just let me center this. Why are you not going? All right, let me just get the ticket centered first, and then I will center the type. There we go. All right, so what I can do here is just in the middle of the page, click duplicate, but I'm going to change the background color to be just solid white. That's going to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to make this type not pink. I'm going to make it white. I highly recommend, if you are new to making your own logo, maybe you're a marketing person or somebody who's helping out your friend with a business project, I highly recommend designing all your logos in black and white. It gives you a really good sense of like the negative space and what's happening in there without getting the bias of like colors and other things that are really subjective and distracting from the actual mark that you're making. So that's why I did that really quickly. Now I'll click duplicate, and that put it on another page. And now I can replace by just clicking that background ticket, going up to the top right of the screen, it says edit shape, and click replace there. And then I'm going to find a different ticket. This ticket even feels a little bit better just because it's a little bit more, I think maybe familiar. I'll just expand this a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to see if I can find a tiny bit more of a like condensed version of this typeface. Let's just duplicate that as well. Why did you change background colors? Just going to strange. All right, duplicated it. Now we're good. Let me just see what other fonts that are being recommended. So on the bottom right of your screen, you'll see there's font recommendations. I can zoom into that section over here. This is just some really quick, options for you to like just grab from kind of Express, saying, hey, look, this is kind of in the same wheelhouse. Maybe try something a little bit different. So I just changed out the typeface really, really quickly. Matthew says that I'm in the UK looking for job opportunities. Well, Matthew, you came to the right place. As Cody says up above, there's a jobs tab on Behance, and there's a bunch of little freelance, full-time, anything you want. You can also go to your Behance profile, and you can put in like freelance opportunities and like put in your day rate and your availability and all that stuff. So highly recommend those as resources for you as well. But you never know. Maybe somebody in chat, if you have a job for Matthew, send it to him. And if you're on YouTube and you're wondering, how do I get a job also? Well, boom, come over to be.net/Adobe Live, and then you'll be able to chat and check out any potential job opportunities that might happen in chat. You never know. Paloma says, I really like this logo. Well, thank you. It was very laborious. No, we did it really quick, all thanks to Express. Cool. All right, events hook. Yep. All right. I feel like we're probably gonna need to separate this, but the legibility of EventsHook feels like EventsHook, like I've already mentioned. So we'll just duplicate this again, and then we can start playing around with some other options. So I can either spend more time looking for more tickets that we can use as a starting point. I don't really feel like that's necessary. I kind of like how this is working right now. Cody says, suggestion from YouTube, try to do something with the H because at first glance it reads like EventsHook. Nope, you're right. That's actually what we're going to do right meow. Let me unzoom. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go look for shapes, and we're going to type in hook. And I feel like this could be fun. Let me see if let's just look at my pages. Yeah, okay, we're good. Oh, it's a different typeface, okay. All right, what we're gonna do here is throw this on black, boom. Click, and then I'll make this black. I'm just going to try to center this on the purple line. Cool. I don't know. I kind of like the wayfinding idea. I don't really love... I like the direction that this is headed, but I don't like the execution of it. So we're going to make our own really quickly by just combining a couple different things. Let's see here. Let's grab this one. Make it black. Just shrink it down really quickly. This one could be fun too. It's like a lure. All right, I like the shape of that. All right, and then we'll do bubble, like speech bubble. Location. Let's do a location like marker. Okay. I want it sharp though. That's not sharp enough. I'll grab this. Got. Cool. And then what I'm going to do with this. Barbara says, my first real client found me online 17 years ago. That's awesome. Congrats, Barbara. Circle. Cool. What I'm doing here is I'm literally just putting these shapes together to make kind of quick shape. Doesn't have to be perfect for the sake of this. I'm just trying to do some group it. Command. Wow. All right, we're good. Pressed Command H instead of Command G. All right, so we've got that really quickly. What we're going to do now is make the hook white and see how this looks. So I'm going to pull this above it. Boom. Does this need to get bigger? I'm wondering. Do we flip it? Let's see here. My new thinking song I'm making. All right, let's get these aligned a little bit better. What I was thinking was I could just grab like another, or just grab a rectangle and show you what I was thinking actually. Barbara says, and the client's still my favorite. That's awesome. You're still working with them, Barbara? What I'm doing here is just making like a block out area just for the, just trying to see what it could look like without getting too in the weeds on. I don't know if I want like that hook more. I'm just going to duplicate this layer, pull it over here, grab this, make it white, and then do the same thing. Going to flip it now. And then I'll pull it up above. Not sure if that's it either, but I think the idea of having the could work. RB says, Alex used combined hooks for S. Oh, that's a fun idea. I think that might be a little bit difficult to do in Express. So let's see what we can do. Shapes, hook. Barbara, I'm so glad that you get to still work with them. That's exciting. Let's see. Can I? How? I don't think I can flip horizontal. Oh, yeah, I can. Haha. I always forget where some of the things are when I'm working so much in Illustrator sometimes. All right, there we go. Flip horizontally. Great, 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 great. 2, 2, 2. Let me just actually just duplicate this layer and then rotate it. Boom. All right, let's see what we can do here with this. All right, this is a little bit messy, so I'm just going to duplicate it all again, and then I'm going to remove all the chaos that's happening here just to make it easier for everybody to keep following along. What I'm going to do here is now try to get this even bigger though. Cool, we're going to grab that. All right, boom, boom. This is going to need some working in Illustrator magic to make this work. Let's see. Let me see if I can find a better hook real quick. Arby's like, now group and shrink, group and shake. All right, working on it, working on it. I'm trying to see if I have a better hook real quick because it's a little skinny. Not particularly. All right, that's fine. We will do it really quick. All right, we're at 219. All right. I'm going to show you really quick how you can take this and run with it. So I'm going to actually just download this as a PDF, this page only. I'm going to pull it directly into Illustrator, and then I'm going to put some tweaks on it real quick, and hopefully we'll get in a really good spot. All right. So if you haven't seen this before, what I love about downloading as a PDF from Express is it allows me to keep everything as a vector, which is great. But it's not always going to be perfect. Like some of the icons, depending on who made them, might be a little bit funky. So we can always go in and polish them ourselves. I'm going to, for instance, I'm going to go in here and just like remove some of this just really quickly. We're not going to get it super perfect. Cool. That's good. And then I'm going to just remove these anchor points as well. Cool. I think most likely we might also remove this circle. I don't really see it as being super necessary, but maybe we'll keep it. So now we're in Illustrator, and now I'm just putting some final little touches on it, just trying to get everything to sync up. Let me just go in here. I'm pressing Command Y to see this outline version. This is super, super helpful whenever you're trying to layer things on top of each other or just see where the anchor points are. Boom. Cool. One of the things that I want to do here, because it's also like kind of really skinny. Arby says, whenever in doubt, go to Illustrator. That is true. That's scientifically proven, actually. All right, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is how I normally would design. So I'm just going to move things around, duplicate it really quickly, just so we're not spending too much time on it. If you're wondering how I got off the artboard, Command Shift H or Control Shift H will hide. So right now I'm seeing just the artboard and there's nothing else. Command Shift H just makes the whole thing white. And I like that a lot more for just riffing on logos really quick. The downside is I'm about to squish this, which means the circle's gonna get funky, which means I'm actually gonna want to delete the circle. I'm grabbing A on the anchor points there, and I'm gonna just delete them and then do that. Cool. All right, let's see how close. Just gonna tidy this up ever so slightly. Okay. Whoa. It's really long. All right, so I'm gonna do that. And then what I'm gonna do here is maybe you can add a dash instead of the circle. Yeah, I think I just need to like remove a little bit of this. All my friends that are typographers would probably not thrilled with how I'm doing this, but that's okay. Feels like the head is so much bigger. I'm actually just going to shrink it down just a tiny bit. So that feels like the S is sitting on its base and feels a little bit less tipsy. I feel like maybe that's a little bit more helpful. All right, cool. We're getting closer. Let's see here. All right, I'm trying not to spend all our time just finessing an S real quick. All right, so what I'm going to do here is release the compound path. Okay. And then, you know, I'm going to go to the Pathfinder, just combine everything. And then I'm going to start butchering up my anchor points. Cool. All right, I'm going to just stretch this a little bit. And there we go. Whoa. All right, I want this crossbar a little bit. A little bit messy, but for the sake of illustrating how you can use Express and Illustrator together to quickly make a logo, I think this is going to be good. All right, what I'm going to do here really quickly is also just, I know it's not perfect by any means. I'm just going to add a little bit of thickness to it. Gonna make it black, and then I'm gonna add a stroke to it. If you watch Nick Longo, he likes to do offset path a lot, and we could use that too. All right, I want it thicker. I might copy Nick Longo here. Maybe. Offset path. Let me go to .001 maybe. 0.05. Cool. 0.05. It's all right. Again, not perfect. Try now. Also just be mindful of the time. EventsHook. That's a little wobbly. All right. I'm gonna pull this over. Oh, I like that I even separated and put the S in front of the shook. It's supposed to be events and then hook, which probably would have made it's not bad. I don't love the S being so great, but if you don't want to have two copies, you can go to effects and offset. Yeah. All right. There's a lot of cleaning up that would need to be done on this. So we're just going to call it on that. And we're going to go back to what we had earlier. Let's see here. I didn't mean to duplicate that again. Let's see what would happen if we duplicate this and then bring it onto two lines. Boom. And then the question becomes, oh, I guess we could do the magic. Magic isn't going to help me here. Magic. Grid. That's not helpful either. Cool. I could do left align. I think even if we just did something like this where you got it on just a space instead of EventsHook, could feel a lot better. All right, so we're gonna run with that and say that this is the logo. All it says when I'm doing a logo, I have 1,000+ copies. Absolutely. There's so many little tweaks and changes and things to do. 1000% agree. All right, I think just putting the space in there is helpful. We will run with this. What I do here is I can download this now as a PNG, and then let me name this real quick. EventsHook. This is now my project for EventsHook. And what I'm going to do is download and click PNG. This page, perfect. And what I'm going to do from here is now we're moving into the social media side of working on our brand. So what we're going to do is go into brands, We're going to go click in here, click create a brand, click upload, downloads, boom, EventsHook, boom, logos there. Color, what do we want color? I think we should stay away from orange and blue, since those are already like very popular in the event space. Red could be okay. How do we go about that? Let's see. We'll do add our fonts. We'll do add Futura, and we'll click next. And we'll call it EventsHook. Create my brand. Boom. Hanging tight. All right. And then we can add additional fonts. So if you do have a client, or if you do have a project you're working on and you have specific fonts you want to use for it, you can just click on the more fonts button and you can upload them right there. You can also add in more colors. I think for this, maybe we'll add in like, you know, maybe a secondary is like an orange, perhaps. Nope, I don't want to replace. I want to add. All right, we could go. We can also get a yellow in there. Cool. And then we just grab a orange just for keeping it nice and cozy, warm. Cool. All right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to. Can I save it? No, I'm good. All right. Click back. And this is the EventsHook brand. What you want to make sure that you do once you've uploaded your brand directly into the brand section, you're going to want to click the ellipses there and then click make default with that star button right there at the top. What that's going to do is it's going to push it to the front and center of your brands page. It is also going to enable you to use your fonts and your color palette already that you've added directly in there. So if you don't see it, I did a quick refresh on the page. You should see that star in the middle, right? Let me zoom in. Right there, that star is going to tell you that that's what the brand you're operating on right now. All right, so you go home, or we can go back to our previous project really quickly, the EventsHook one, and then I can go in here and be like, you have options. So actually, what we can do is go to home. We could start a new project if you want, or you could build it within the template you already have. But for the sake of this, I'm going to say, you know what? Let's make like an Instagram post. And I'm going to start from a template. I'm going to say like event. Let's see if they have one. Yeah. Maybe there's like a movie one. Movie. This is kind of fun looking. I don't know what this would be advertising for, but I like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, I don't remember the font we were using. Let's type in movie name, movie night. And then I'm going to just put enter there and expand it. I'm going to decrease the line spacing so they're nice and tight. And then what I'm going to do is actually go to the outline of this, and I'm just going to lower it down so it's like way more clean. This kind of feels like a club poster or something like that, like a DJ set, which I think is totally fine. What we're going to want to do here is we'll give this a shot by going to the magic design wand over on the far right, click it, and then you're going to click apply brand, and this is going to like siphon through a couple of different versions what it thinks my brand is. These are typically like tints and hues that are based off of your color palette, so it's not going to be the perfect color palette for your brand, but you can go in there and just tidy it up. I just realized that my PNG is actually a white background on it instead of being a clear transparent background, so I'll just have to adjust that, and then we can get that thrown in there. All right, so we're going to do movie night. Let me just go in and check out this entire thing. filters. Okay, so we got some filters going on this background image. Let's just show you what it looks like without it. That's what it doesn't have a filter on it. This is with the filter on it. I'm going to duotone it, but I'm going to get it to be kind of red and black. I can also add in that orange, and then I can reverse the order of it. If I'm going to do that, I probably make it yellow. And then I'm going to go in here, go to the outline section again, and then what I'm going to do is click, I'm going to make it white. And then I need Futura PT medium is not what I want. I want Futura PT heavy probably. Let's see what other options I have. Heavy. Boom. That's feeling better. Again, I'm going to lower that line spacing, get them nice and close. Cool. And then, boom. All right, now streaming. Let me just change this to Thursday night. Cool. I'm going to change out this. Yeah, shape. So I'm going to change the shape to be our primary red. And then what I'm going to do is click mask text. So no, it's hard to read. So instead of mask text, I'll keep it like that. Actually, what I wanted to do originally was a white background and a mask text. There we go. That's what I was thinking in my head. All right, and then the bottom it says director, and then I'm gonna say brought to you by, which is gonna be our sponsor copy, and then I'm gonna put our logo in there. So what I'm gonna do is quickly just change this to white. Brought to you by. All right, let me grab our actual logo real quick. Projects home, EventsHook, social. Cool. Ula says, so manage with the logo you did or what? So yeah, so what I can do whenever I create my logos in Express is I can download them. I can edit them in Illustrator if I want to. I can, whatever that format is, and I'll show you since I messed it up the first time. Let's go back to projects and then click EventsHook. So when I'm on this page, well, let me go to the actual one I wanted. So this one, I'm going to go background, download. Let me see how the download works. Oh, PNG transparent background. Sorry. There we go. That's what I didn't click. And by doing that, I should reset. I'm also going to change this to, I'm going to duplicate this. And then I'm going to change this to white. And then the copy itself will be black. I don't love that. I would prefer to typically just bring this into Illustrator. So let me just show you real quick. I'm going to download it as a PDF into Illustrator. Oh no. Okay, it's not letting me do it. I think I hit a certain quota of downloading PDFs, and sometimes it messes up weird. So what I'm going to do here is actually just download this as a PNG with transparent background as well. I'm going to, I could go into the brands page that we've already built. Brands, click manage, and then replace logo. And then I've got a PNG version of it in white. And then I've also got this one as well. So replace primary logo. Yep. In a perfect world, what I would recommend doing is going in once you've downloaded it and knocking out, so you don't have two color logos. It's just one color logo. Knock out the type from the background and all that good stuff. I'm going to add in now the white with black text. Again, I'd recommend just knocking it all out, having a super clean PNG. And the reason why is I'll show you in a second. Go back to projects. Wrong button. Edit project. All right, and then we're going to go in here and then just throw the logo in at the bottom. I can either press the apply brand button again. If I do that though, it'll randomize everything, and we don't want to do that. So what we're going to want to do is just go in here. I can grab one of these PNGs that I've already done and put it in here. The black is obviously too heavy, so I'm going to grab this PNG, the white one. And this is kind of what I was mentioning. If I had it fully knocked out, you wouldn't see the black in there. I can make a red version, but it's not going to match the background anyway, so it's going to look a little bit funky. I'm going to actually just shrink this a tiny bit and scoot everything up. And then just boop. And make sure it's in alignment. Boom, boom, boom. All in the middle. Cool. Cool. So that would be like, if we wanted to, let me actually just lock it up closer to the bottom. I also think that the top is now a little bit, like the movie night copy itself is a little bit heavy. Outline. Just bring it down. Boom. All right, cool. So that's like a Instagram post. I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer just because I don't want it cropped on like a weird like UI element if this is an Instagram post. Cool. All right, decent. So now what I can do really quickly is just go in here and then click duplicate page. And then say I want to make this a post now. I could just do a 1 by 1 and look at that. It's already kind of given me everything I need, but because it's no longer a super vertical formatting, I'm just going to switch it over, make it more friendly to a 1 by 1. So boom, movie night's now huge and just straight in the center. And then Thursday night, I can make Thursday night even bigger as well. And we're just going to try to get it all centered. Cool. And then brought to you by, I can rotate this over if I want to. Make the logo a little bit bigger. Every designer's favorite things to hear. And then I'm going to actually, Futura, PT, I'm going to not make it so medium. I'm going to make it book. And just shrink it down a little bit. I guess I could just keep it in the middle. Brought to you by. Again, I'm just worried a little bit about like the cropping or HUD elements, or not HUD, but UI UX elements. So that's just kind of me keeping everything off of like the borders. Cool. Oh, last. So Adobe Express is much easier to use than Adobe Illustrator because it has templates, right? Yeah, you can use templates. You don't have to, as Cody says in the chat. There's a lot of freedom that you have with it. A lot of, it depends on if you're comfortable making logos from scratch in Illustrator, great. If you're not comfortable making logos from scratch in Illustrator, use Express. It's a great way to like get that out there. You know what I mean? So you have all these different tools, and that's what I love about kind of the Creative Suite, is it gives us plenty of options when you're crafting or creating. I do think that Express has a lot of really great starting points for you to use or leverage for any of your projects. But yeah, it's a little, like, you can't change the anchor points, right? So if you're wanting to like nudge stuff, your familiarity in Illustrator is going to come in and really help you with the logo creation process as well. But from a social media perspective, social posts are so much easier. I mean, look how quick this whole post was. We made 2 things in less than 10 minutes, maybe about 10 minutes. We've resized them, so we have that really quick. Just wanted to know about the advantages of Express. Express also has like a little bit of everything. You can schedule in Express. You can also add animation. So what we can do here is quickly let me just duplicate this one slide, and we can go to animation, right here, and then typewriter. So it's going to type in all that and then fade in that bottom section. So right here, if I wanted to, I just click download as an MP4, and then I've got a small little animation. And we all know right now the algorithms are super video content forward. So this is a great way to get that video content out there with like minimal work, right? This is so much faster than if I was to take this into After Effects or even do it in Photoshop or Premiere Pro. This is really quick, boom, done. But if you want to get more custom with it, obviously those other tools are going to be really helpful for you as well. Ooh, I just saw this. I really like this font that the font recommendations gave me. This is also really fun. Maybe we'll do this as like a horror thing. We can do filters, background, replace background, horror. I don't know why all of a sudden, I guess I was like, why does it feel like Halloween? Obviously I'm looking at horror images over here. We'll do this. But also Diablo 4, the video game, comes out today, in case you didn't know. Edit background. Why is it? Oh, it's filtered. What I'm going to do here is do a tone, and we could throw in some other stuff in there, or we could just darken it. I think darkening it is probably a pretty strong vibe. Or we could just keep it like that. So you can see just really quickly, you throw that in there. We can go back to the animation stuff as well. We can do a color shuffle, but I think that cheapens some of the, it's only doing that thing, so it's okay. Fade, that could work. Slide, probably not the best. Flicker, I think. Flicker could be really fun as well. Dynamic, movie night, no, I don't like that. Photo animation, let's see what the gray color. I don't see the, that could work. I like the fade. I think that's like a good one. Cody says, I've been playing Diablo since I was 7. Cody, congrats on the D4 launch in an hour. I'm very excited for y'all. I was gonna say we should play, but I think I already have 5 people. But if I get a lull, I'll hit you up. Do you know what class you're gonna play? We're getting in a side quest chat right now. All right, we got 5 minutes. What chat can I help you answer? We can do some more explanations. We can do some more mock-ups. I'm gonna keep riffing on this, but if you have any questions, please let me know, chat. All right, we got duplicate page. We'll do like sports day. Sports ball. I'm going to change out this background. Replace baseball. Nice, nice, nice. Great. Sports ball, I'm going to change that from outline. I'm going to change the color to be red. All right. What kind of font are you going to show me today? Ula says, it's the first time I saw it's a live stream here. How often does it happen? There's live streams literally all day for Adobe Live. If you want more design fix stuff, make sure you go on YouTube, type in design fix. Claudie or myself are doing it. Different kind of styles, different methods. Both are incredible. Claudia and I have been rotating every week. So we've been doing it for a couple months now, I think 3 or 4 months. So it's pretty good. Lots of content, lots of different brands, lots of different ways to use it. It's a little aggressive. Yeah, Cody says we live stream all day, every week, every weekday. Let me just get this in there. Shape, shadow. Do I want a shadow to separate it? I might need a little bit. We'll just do that really quick. Boom. And then I can change the angle. Just a little drop shadow. And then sports ball. It feels like a magazine cover now. Sports ball. Thursday night I'll get rid of. Brought to you by EventsHook. I'm going to shrink this logo. It's so big. Cool. Khalid says he's from Morocco. Sorry, can't read today. Welcome. Cool. Love the chat. All right, let's do a recap real quick. All right, so let's actually just start from the beginning or the end, actually. All right, so I'm going to look at this. So really quickly, what we just did was we did the social, but obviously we need to start with the logo. So we'll go over that in a second. We built these social pieces. You built an Instagram post with it. Really quickly, I showed you how to do a resizing the asset. Took 2 seconds to do. And then quick little animations that we could do within it. It's a really great way of like adapting content. Also, because the Adobe stock integration, replacing background assets and replacing images is so easy, so fast, and it's right there for you to see. Just quickly plop in assets and things depending on your need. As you saw, this image is also, brought from Adobe stock. It looks great. I don't like that it's animated. Let me just remove the animation because it's not doing anything. But I think, actually, I got distracted. Photo animation pan. Give me the other way. No, I think it's better this way. Is it? Yeah, it's better this way. But I just thought that was fun. Like reinforce the motion that the baseball player has in it. That's fun. All right, so that's the social stuff. Let's go back to projects. I'll show you how we did the logo again. Cool. So we started off with a logo template for tickets, I believe, and then we ended up swapping them out. We started with a template that we started with, but then decided it didn't like it, and then we ended up making our own just by combining a shape and simple type on top of it. We started kind of exploring what it kind of could look like by just changing out the background ticket, and we liked this ticket a lot more. We got stuck with kind of not loving that EventsHook starts to read like EventsHook. So we ended up going in based off of, I forgot who suggested it. RB, I think, was suggesting playing with the hook motif. So we ended up exploring a couple different options with that. We ended up pulling it into Illustrator. So we downloaded this as a PDF, brought it into Illustrator. We started messing around with the anchor points on it. We removed the circle, just some quick roughs on it. Made our own little version of it. Again, this is not perfect, just really quick to do it. Yeah, so we got to there, and then we ended up kind of scratching that and going back to where we're at with this space version of this logo. Showed you how to export it, bring it back up. If you wanted to, you can always knock out these letter forms. Showed you how to bring it into your brand as well. Khalid says, "You professional." Thank you very much. I love it. Thank you for the kind words. All right, so with that, we're going to call it for today. But don't worry, I'll be back in person next week with Adobe Live. Is it next week already? Holy moly. Yep. We'll be in the office with our friends, so I'm very excited about it. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next streams, and we'll be back shortly. See y'all later. Bye.